been the breakout guy so far this summer. I see a little smile. How does that make you feel?
Man, it means a lot coming from my teammates, if they said it. And my coaches, man, I just saw the hard work I put in, and it's finally paying off. So it means a lot to me.
What's the feeling after these 2 preseason games? I mean, I know most of what's going to go into the decision on what the roster looks like is happening out here, but when those lights are on in those games, to have a chance to shine and really grab that torch and make the most of it.
Of course, man. Of course. I'm just going in with the mentality just to have fun. You know, what happens, what happens. And we'll get back in the film room, and then we'll get back after the preseason and see what happens. But I'm just trying to have fun right now and be with my team and just be right where my feet are. You know?
How easy is that, though? How hard is it to not think about where the calendar is and what you've accomplished and when things are going to start moving? And how good you must feel about what you've accomplished?
Like how you just said, I feel good. And I know that I go out there and give it my all. And I can go only control what I can control. So it's kind of hard at times, but because I'm human. But I just got to try to go out there with a good mindset every day and then just have fun with it and just be where my team is and be right where my feet are.
How hard is it to just not let that thought creep into your head? I'm good, I'm all set, I'm going to be where I'm going to be, and knowing that there is still some time to keep showing?
It's pretty tough, but I know that there is time right now. You know, I can't go back in the past, but I can always focus on the future. So right now I'm just going in with that type of mindset and that mentality, and we'll see what happens.
Trishton, what are you most proud of what you put together through training camp so far?
Just some individual goals, even off the field for me, just mentally, and just going out there and having fun. So I'm most excited every day just to go up with this opportunity just to wake up and come here every day and just perform my teammates and have a good time.
Is that what it looks like when you're at the top of your game? Just the 11 tackles, you get the interception. Is that what it looks like when you're at your best?
Yeah. I think that happens when I'm healthy. And I've worked on the things that I need to work on, and then, you know, keying in with the defense and everything. That's just have fun with it and not think.
Does that feel like a performance that might have saved your spot on this team?
I don't know for sure. That's not really what I'm thinking about. I'm just thinking about stacking another one, adding on to that, and then again, like I said, just handle the things I can handle, and then let the pieces fall where they may. You know, I'm not oblivious to knowing, like, this is a business at the end of the day. But I'm confident in myself. I'm confident in the player that I am. A healthy me is a dangerous me, so that's all I can say about that.
It had to be fun to get the interception. Just take us through that play.
Oh, man. If I'm not going to lie to you, I was real tired. I think that's why I fell down after getting it. I was like, yeah, I think I'm just going to go sober with the team. But it was very great to get an interception. It was very great to, you know, have fun in that process and then go enjoy that with my teammates.
And I suppose it all comes down to stacking, you know, one day on top of another. So when you have a game like that, what is the key to you know, making that next step forward in the next game?
I think it all comes with practice. It all comes with just stacking good days in practice and being consistent with what I do in practice, and then it translates to the games.
What did you hear from your teammates after that game? I mean, they had to be thrilled for you after, you know, the journey you've been through with the injuries and whatnot.
Oh, man, you know, they were showing a whole lot of love, as they always do, through good times and bad times. What up, Levi? Through good times and bad times, they always show love, you know, always support. Again, adversity is one thing. It'll make you tougher. Getting through it, you got to get through it and able to overcome, and that's what I did.
My time playing football or playing different sports, wrestling, growing up, that there was a lot of different coaches that coach different ways. And, you know, there's kind of those like optimistic coaches who want a positive reinforcement as their way. You have coaches that maybe do negative reinforcement or more negative. And either way, I think that us as players need to find a way to flip the switch and use it as a motivator. I'm sorry for keeping hitting your phone. But, yeah, I think that's one of the things is you know, having the mental toughness and maybe belief, faith, whatever it is, to try to flip everything into a positive and motivate you to be the best version of yourself. It's very tough. You know, I have many coaches in my past that have maybe been in a bucket that coached me through negativity or positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement. But you just kind of have to frame it in a way that I'm trying to become the best version of myself and find ways to motivate yourself, I feel.
What was your perception of him before he got here, and has that changed at all since you got to know him?
Coach Flo?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I actually was maybe a little more reluctant or on edge when Coach Flo kind of came. I knew Coach Donatello's defense and the way that he was a very, I don't want to say player friendly, but relationship driven, that he really wanted the closest defense in terms of relationships. And, you know, I think Coach Donatello wants to have a relationship with a player that 30 years from now you can call him and ask about how your kids are doing and stuff like that. And so coming from that for a year, which I thought was awesome, and I really appreciated the human element. When Coach Flores came here, I didn't understand if that was going to be replicated or if he'd have those same passions outside of football. But it might have been the first 3 or 4 weeks here. Coach Flo invited the entire defense over to his home to meet his wife, to meet his family, to meet his kids, shoot hoops, play foosball, play Call of Duty or whatever you guys are doing with his family in his home, breaking bread and getting up in front of the team, sharing stories about who we are and adversity that we've had to overcome in our life, and really brought us together. So Coach Flores' statement that we always joke around with is you can't have unique results without unique relationships, and he's done a really great job of developing those unique relationships where you have a Stanford kid from Nebraska sitting on the bus next to an inner city kid from Louisiana. We're buddies because of the defense that Coach Flores has and the unique relationships that he builds between us.
Harrison, when you guys first saw that, have you talked to him about it at all before you guys went up to the podium today?
No. Actually, you know, Metellus was just kind of joking, like, hey, let's go put some loving around Coach Flo. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not even super educated on what exactly inspired. I just know that, you know, his name had surfaced with some negativity, and my experience has been extremely positive, and I wanted to show my support of my love for Brian Flores.
No, I'm just taking advantage of all my opportunities, man. Do what I got to do, you know what I mean? Learn the playbook, and long story short, just having a good time out there. That's all I'm doing.
How tough is it when the position is as competitive as it is in that depth chart?
I mean, it is what it is. You go out there, compete. The more you can do, that's what Flo likes. So that's what I'm here to do. You know, I'm very versatile, so whatever position he put me in, whatever personnel he want, I'm here to dominate. That's all that matters.
You guys got anything?
When did you start exploring your versatility to this degree?
I start that. I mean, really when I first got in the league, you know what I'm saying, I could play anywhere, outside, inside, don't really matter. It's funny, you know, it's so crazy, you know what I mean, when I start going to Baltimore, I start dropping a little bit more, so that's just the most excited part about everything about this game. So
You mentioned you're lobbying for a couple more drops.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, whatever, like I said, the more you can do.
How good is the player? Somebody who does do a pretty good job of, he'll move his scheme around what he's got. He'll call plays and do schemes around strengths that you guys bring, as opposed to some coaches.
Player-wise?
Yeah, as opposed to some coaches say, this is how we're going to play, and then you have to fit it. Or do you get that sense, or am I reading that wrong?
No, I mean, you know, everybody is really just having it's good chemistry, whether it be rushing to get to the quarterback. You know, you got Gank, JG, and all that, them type of guys and all that stuff. So it's just like, it's all about chemistry at the end of the day. And we just got to get to know each other. We all came from different teams. So we just got to just learn each other more and then dominate. We just here to find a solution, that's all.
Excited to go back to Philly?
Oh, yeah, to give me a little cheesesteak. But other than that, you know, I'm just going to stay in the hotel and just be happy to be home for a little bit and go back to work.
Where's your favorite cheesesteak?
I don't go to Passaginos. I go to my neighborhood. Yeah, exactly. and first off, I'm gonna need everybody to be saying they cheesesteaks is overrated. I'm like, y'all going to the wrong spots. No, not throwing shade on Passaginos and all that, but y'all going out the wrong spots, man. Go to these corner stores. You know what I mean? We call them the poppy stores at home. So, you know.
And diversify into roast pork, maybe. Don't just stick to the cheesesteaks, or is that not your world?
No, I don't eat no pork and all that stuff. I'm good.
I've heard a lot of people say get away from the cheesesteaks.
Yeah, it's a lot of people in the city say stay away from that pork, you know.
All right.
It's a Philly thing, so.
All right.